Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The environment is like a trail of dominoes, where all dependent elements will be impacted at a speed beyond our imagination. What's the role of the fashion industry in this domino effect? The latest fashion trend, eco and sustainable, part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
In Azerbaijani, the local people greet each other with "Necesiz," meaning "How are you?" I'm Dilara. The compassionate people of Azerbaijan wish you find joy and fulfillment in everything you do in heaven's grace. Welcome to our show, the latest fashion trend, eco and sustainable, part 2 of 2. In part 1, we saw that in 2019, around 150 fashion brands came together to sign the G7 Fashion Pact and join forces within the fashion industry to seek better ways to protect and save our environment. We also saw the increased usage of plant-based raw materials to make things we wear more sustainable. Today, we will continue to explore more of these meaningful and creative ideas and their applications. Statistics show that online shopping is soaring in recent years, especially in 2020. eMarketer quoted in 2018 that global retail e-commerce was at $1.845 trillion in 2016 and is expected to reach $4.878 trillion in 2021. Business expansions and sales booming are all great news. How about the downsides? Most of the packaging, boxes and wraps cause a real concern due to the fact that they will likely end up in landfills. However, the less talked about problem is that more and more consumers are returning the products, so the transportation and treatment of the unwanted materials are all contributing heavily to the environmental crisis. A step towards easing this negative impact, Perfect Dress companies started to display models with varying body sizes wearing the same design to give customers a clearer visual of how their designs look. Furthermore, the company also created and used a unique fabric that is durable, long-lasting, and has a stretch and drape effect. In the end, this increases customer loyalty, sets a more realistic customer expectation, and reduces the number of goods returned. Universal Standard, or US, is another fashion company who set out on the mission to allow a size 40 to shop in the same way as a size 0. The company's founders, Alexandra Waldman and Paulina Wexler, decided to increase the accessibility for customers with demands for tall sizes after they themselves experienced the scarcity and limited selections that were currently in the market. They also believe that having the same level of quality, style, and respect should be the rights for women of all sizes. Besides the sensible considerations of presenting clothes worn by models with different body sizes, social and environmental consciousness have also made their ways into fitting rooms. Online fitting rooms, also known as virtual fitting apps, are coming into play. QFit developed by Quantum Matrix or QM and Shapeometry developed by Russian company Texhel are a few of the new digital techs aimed at helping consumers find their best fit online. The virtual fitting room provides customers with quick solutions. By scanning one's physical figures, the data is saved in the computer to generate 3D models, and personalized fashion shows take place in just moments. On the other hand, retailers and designers can better create customer sizing charts to optimize their products, and even allow customers to create their own profile to get close to tailored fit garments. In addition, the same technology can be used to create solely digitalized clothes with our videos or photos. We are able to wear clothes without necessarily buying them physically and growing our wardrobe collection unnecessarily. Some apps can also allow users to purchase virtual clothes that are put together with professional video image processing, opening exciting and fantastic opportunities that consume no textile and produce zero waste. A surreal way to enjoy ourselves with no harmful effects on the environment. With the awakening of public humanitarian concerns and environmental awareness, more consumers care for not only the product itself, but also the stories behind the fashion brands. According to the Clean Clothes Campaign, who is the largest NGO and labor union of the fashion industry, this huge industry is built upon mass exploitation of workers in undeveloped and developing countries. Fairtrade implemented a platform to help these workers who are providing the quickest fashion products to get more reasonable compensations for their labor. Fashion companies that follow fair trade stipulations are providing better working conditions and fair treatments to employees, especially in disadvantaged countries. Fortunately, we have fair trade brands like Know the Origin and many others who are recognized by what they stand for. They and others are listed in the best 60 sustainable clothing brands by Euronews in 2020, which is considered as a radar for eco-fashion consumers. Recently, the Good Trade Sustainable Community also published 35 fair trade fashion brands, which helps consumers in selecting guilt-free fashions to their heart's desire. Progressive viewers, we'll pause now for a moment to hear a brief message. We'll return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show on the latest fashion trends in the 21st century. We, the fashion consumers, have the right to know where our money is going because we don't want to invest in businesses that harm our earth. Thus, transparency in the fashion product supply chain is important. A Shanghai-based company, Icicle, aims to provide honest and environmentally responsible products by strictly controlling and tracing businesses' production processes. These include sustainable materials, supplier selection, working conditions, production facilities, dyeing processes or no dyes at all, and post-waste handlings. Icicle was inspired by millennia-old Chinese traditional culture and tries to incorporate the values of love for nature, need for comforts, and balance in moderation into the modern fashion world. Incorporating the respect for Mother Nature and satisfying the personal values of consumers is rightfully a new trend. Attention has now turned to the search for more sustainable solutions. Reuse, recycle, and reduce, the 3 Rs, are the central theme in being environmentally friendly. Next, we will look at a successful example of the reuse of recycled goods. The Italian textile capital Prato has been silently building its fortune and reputation on recycling and transforming old scraps into new clothes since the mid-19th century. In 2020, the fashion industry pushed sustainable luxury a step further. Mainstream media widely praised Prato for setting a good example in using recycled and low-cost textiles while producing high-quality made-in-Italy fashions. The increased awareness and emphasis of the use of recycling materials to generate profit will surely attract more businesses and professionals to follow. Besides recycling and reuse, reducing consumption can be tackled too. Some experts have called for a total abandonment of fast fashion, which is contributing to the environmental crisis. Not to mention that fast fashion brands are known to pay workers low wages while demanding the quickest possible finished products. Fast fashion brands such as Lucy and Yak made their decision to break away from this business practice in 2020. They closed their factory in India for safety concerns for workers and also launched a fundraising campaign to help those affected and their families. Although Lucy and Yak changed their supply chain and sales were affected, their customers' brand loyalty was preserved due to the success of their fundraising, ethical business practice, and switching to a sustainable manufacturing process. According to a report from e-commerce company Nosto, more than 50% of fashion consumers expect sustainable brands, and more than 30% would refuse to buy non-sustainable brands. Consumption habits, demands, and the supply market have responded, which resulted in more eco-revolutions. In November 2020, 4 young Italian entrepreneurs launched Stay.com, an online platform for sustainable fashion based in Berlin. Initially, there were 100 sustainable brands. Within just a few months, it has jumped to 120, and excitingly, all are brands who provide eco-products through this platform. In the same period, Europe's leading online platform for fashion and lifestyle, Zalando, brought its fashion partners together to work on important topics, such as climate change, use of resources, and worker rights. Zalando announced that they will sell only sustainable brands effective 2023, and they plan to establish a global standard for fashion sustainability. Thanks to Stay and Zalando for taking the initiative and pushing global brands to become more socially and environmentally responsible. The environment is like a trail of dominoes, where all dependent elements will be impacted at a speed beyond our imagination. We are eagerly looking forward to such speedy positive domino effects. We will conclude today's program with an eco-fashion show by an internet eco-supermodel Lu Kaigang. He is a 21-year-old villager from rural Guangxi, China, and known for his countryside modeling videos on short video platform Kuaishou. Kaigang has self-taught himself about everything that is needed for catwalks and used anything he could get: tree branches and leaves, plastic bags, blankets, bed sheets, tarps, and even useless rubbish bins to make his fashion designs. After his self-made eco-fashion videos were posted on TikTok, YouTube, and other self-media platforms, billions of video views from all over the world made him a supermodel in no time. Attracting international attention with 4 million followers, Kaigang has received invitations to walk in large fashion weeks globally. Now he is working with top brands, but he said he liked staying in nature and with nature as his runway. We hope that more and more models and designers will contribute to save our environment with sustainable fashions and nature catwalks in the coming future. Nature-loving viewers, thank you for your company today on the latest fashion trend, Eco and Sustainable, Part 2 of 2. May you be blessed for your noble efforts to protect the animals and our precious planet Earth.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/PE.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/PE.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/PE.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते हैं कई भाषाओं में। कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule और suprememastertv.com/PE।